So it's now 8:19, and there goes the train. I decided after leaving the Circle K, when I got on the bus, and of course my copper card didn't work, that it was best to just head directly to the mobility office. So that's where I'm headed right now. Just got off the bus right over there. The stop at the stop on the other side of 44th Street on the north side of Washington. I still find the routing of 32 to be odd, but anyway, that's where it lets off. And the mobility office, you think they would put it someplace really close to a light rail stop or a bus stop, but no, it's down this sidewalk. You gotta walk about a quarter mile from 44th, which isn't far, but it's far enough to be inconvenient, especially when you consider that as a mobility office, its purpose is to serve people who need to use public transit largely due to disability, which probably prohibits them from driving. So making people with that kind of issue have to walk this far from the bus stop and the light rail stop is kind of cruel, if you ask me. Personally, I think where they should locate that office is in the ground floor of the 44th Street SkyTrain station. I mean, that's City of Phoenix property there. And granted, it's kind of assigned to the airport, but it's not like the City of Phoenix couldn't sort that out. That whole bottom floor is just open lobby space that security yells at people for being in. Last time I went in there, I tried to kind of squat down on the floor and wait for my mother to come out of the bathroom as we were going to meet my friend Andrew over at Terminal 3, I think it was. And security came and started chewing me out. No, you can't sit there. Well, obviously I can sit here because I am sitting here, so you're wrong. But yeah, she made a big deal about it. It's like, my elderly mother just went into the restroom. I want to make sure that I see her when she comes out. Just security in public places telling people, members of the public, that they can't be in public places just strikes me as completely absurd. But anyway, that seems like it would be the most logical place. Do a minor remodel under there and put that little office there. And there's the sign, Valley Metro Mobility Center. But no, it's over here in the Washington Corporate Center. And rather than being in a building that the City of Phoenix owns, it's in this building here where the City of Phoenix is spending our tax dollars to rent the space. So it also doesn't make sense at that level. But the biggest issue is that it's this bit of a walk from the bus stops and the train station. Anyway, I'm going in the door coming up on the left. Not quite sure how I'm going to resolve this. I'm sure he's just going to send me to my clinic. But maybe he'll be kind enough to get me a complimentary bus card to get me from here to there. And I'll make it back to Rob's spot later. I think right now taking care of my bus card is a little bit more important. So it's 8:27. I really like the guy that works that office in there. He's very jovial and friendly and entertaining. And I always learn a little something about problems that are going on with the transitions with the different types of bus passes. So it was my understanding, and maybe I misunderstood something, but it was my understanding that once I got that card, that Lifewell would be just posting funds on it, or I don't know exactly how that works, but that they would be posting, because it's an active card. It's my new copper card. I didn't even really explain what the copper card is. It's supposed to be the new card that's being used for transit fare in Phoenix for people with disabilities, which I'm considered through the mental health system. This is awkward. But yeah, it's nifty. It's got my picture on it. It says copper. And it's got it's got a mag strip on the back, but then it also has some kind of RFID that works with the reader in the buses, the new purple readers that also read the apps. And it was my understanding that completely took the place of the old style passes that you swipe, which I have a couple. He was kind of giving me a hard time how beat up they are. I'm like, they just get put in pockets when they don't get used. And yeah, that's what they look like after a while. I mean, I've had some that I've used that have gotten to the point of being just completely white in the course of a month, in months where I didn't have anything to drive. And I was hearing the train dinging, but it's one going the other direction. So I'm headed to the LifeWell Clinic, by the way. So anyway, as I was saying, what he told me is that I was under the understanding that once I got that there would just be, that it would be active and that I would use that for my fare, which of course I couldn't today. I mean, the drivers have been cool and have been letting me ride so far, 3 buses, but when I tap it on the reader, it just pops up. It makes the reader turn red and it says that it's not. I forget what it says. What it said would incline me to believe that it's not valid. So what he confirmed to me is that the card is valid. There's just simply no funds on it. He's like, well, you could go to Circle K and put money on it, which is funny. I don't think Circle K actually does that, because I work at Circle K all the time. And people that go into Circle K just buy the old style bus cards. But yeah, he also said that, oh shit, there's my train. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to stop this right now and run over and try to catch that train. I think I got this. Is there anybody coming there? No. Yikes. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so close. So it's 9:12 now. The good news is I got on the train. I just had to stop recording and hustle and get on it. Nobody questioned my pass, so that made it a little easier. I just walked in and out of the LifeWell Clinic. And as per always, she's in a meeting, Jana's in a meeting until 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh, what time is it? It's a little after 9. It seems like it's a real disservice to all the people who get services at clinics like this that their case managers are so frequently unavailable due to meetings. I mean, what exactly do they do in these meetings? It's so important. It's more important than seeing the people whose cases the case managers manage. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, you think the contents of whatever go on in these meetings could just be done via email, but I don't know. The system just always seems kind of broken to me. So on the bright side, I'm still a member of REN. So whenever I come here and given the choice between spending the better part of, oh my God, this vehicle's exhaust smells awful. I just love these people that sit in their killing machines and leave them idling, polluting the environment so they can sit in air conditioning and text. Ugh. Yeah, that guy in the big killing machine Ford, just sitting there by himself, texting away. This vehicle belching out nasty exhaust onto the sidewalk. So, yeah, whenever I've got an hour-ish before my case manager will be available, rather than spending the time sitting in that waiting room accomplishing nothing, I go over to REN and accomplish nothing. It's a much better vibe. Hey, at least at REN there's smartphone chargers available, because I think my iPhone chargers, or my iPhone battery, is already starting to get a little on the low side. So yeah, get some juice on my iPhone, socialize a wee bit. I can also maybe get something to eat, I'm hoping. If not, I can always walk across the street to Circle K and get something. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, as I realized I was going to miss my train a little bit ago in the last segment is that the guy in the mobility office told me that definitely funds haven't been posted from LifeWell because LifeWell is still trying to negotiate how that's supposed to work with Valley Metro. So that hasn't happened yet. So yeah, this transitionary period is going slowly, to say the least. And that whole date of, they're not going to be using the sliding cards anymore at the end of July. Yeah, that was a pipe dream because, of course, now we're into September and apparently that's still what I'm supposed to be using. But, of course, I've got to wait until my case manager comes out of her meeting that's lasting the better part of the next hour to even figure out if I can get one of those or what the heck I'm supposed to do. Anything else worth mentioning? This building next to Ren is going up pretty quickly. Kind of changes the appearance of this area. Yeah, that's about it. I did have a couple shifts I had scheduled on ShiftSmart that I went ahead and canceled. I think I canceled like 3 of them because I realized there was no way I'd be able to get to them without Mom's van or knowing them to have a vehicle. And as a reason for cancel, I just clicked where it said I don't have transportation, which is frustrating, but yeah, just is what it is. I just had Delivery Solutions pop up an overnight shift for tomorrow night. Like I would go in tomorrow, I don't know, maybe it's tonight at 1 a.m. Anyway, they're saying that they want a forklift certification. They're not saying what kind of forklift certification it is. But I did work there one previous time, and I felt really awkward between me and the supervisors. So even though it's $20 an hour and it's a good shift, I don't think I want to mess with it, especially not knowing how I'll get there. And it emphasizes in the job description, must have reliable transportation. And generally, when you see that in the job description, that means you need to have your own car. So nobody considers public transit to be reliable transportation here in the Phoenix area. So it's 10:51 a.m. and my case manager, Jana, seemed very confused about the whole situation. Apparently she thought that the copper card, once I had it, would be all I needed to ride, and then she went and talked to people and come to find out, and this is kind of what the guy at the mobility office told me, is that along with the copper card, that you show them the copper card and you still got to swipe the good old-fashioned 31-day reduced pass, the kind that they were saying were no longer going to be used after the end of last July. So I got a feeling that it's just going to be business as usual with the bus cards. I don't think any drivers are going to actually ask to see the copper card to confirm eligibility of use for the little 31-day reduced pass card. I mean, in the past, you were supposed to have some kind of card to show eligibility, and I've been riding with these bus passes for years, and I can't say that I've ever had a single time where anybody has asked me for any kind of card to show eligibility. In fact, I had one that I got, probably 18 years ago. It was long before Lily was born, maybe closer to 19 years ago. I had one that I got, had a big D on it. It's short for disabled. And I had mentioned that to the guy in the mobility office. In fact, when I mentioned that to him, I had asked if I was still in the system, and he checked, and they didn't still have me in the system. So I guess it had been so long since I had that they didn't even have record of me having had it. They said we're talking like 18 years ago. But he told me if I find that card that I should hang on to it, that it's an amusing amusing bit of Phoenix Transit history, and I was like, oh really, why is that? And he said that the picture of the bus that's on the card, which is funny because I don't remember there being a picture of a bus on the card, so maybe he's thinking of a different one that I didn't have that came along later, but he said that there was a picture of a bus on those cards that were given as disabled identification to indicate qualification to use the reduced fare passes. He said that there was a picture of a bus on it, and on the top of the bus where it shows what route it is, it said special.
Wait.
And that there were people who were offended because those people are a little bit special. There were people that were offended by the bus saying special on it, that it was an insinuation that, oh, you're handicapped, so you're special, as a negative, as there being a negative connotation to the word special, when in fact what the word special means when it's on the banner at the top of a Valley Metro bus is it means that bus is being used for some kind of charter route, like it's being used as a shuttle, a special shuttle, as opposed to just simply running a regular, a local route, or what I see all too often, it just simply not being in service. I love all these things, show all the history of the buildings and stuff around the area. Good stuff. Anyway, I'm already getting pop-up notifications letting me know that my phone battery is low, so I should probably wrap this up. You know, I was going to go back to Ren and have lunch and actually go to the anger management group that I used to go to all the time. But as I was sitting, I had to get up at 4:30 this morning to catch that bus to go work for 2 hours at Circle K. And anyway, as I was, at one point we were doing like a relaxation exercise and I dozed off, which was super awkward because I woke up to some guy going, "Hey, guy over there is sleeping," which made me want to bolt up and go, "Hey, guy over there is not minding his own damn business." But yeah, as I was sitting waiting to talk to Jana inside the clinic office, it just hit me how dang tired I am. And I don't know how many hours sleep I got. I felt like I got to sleep earlier than normal, but 10% battery warning, that's not good. But the reality is I am really tired.
Passengers must have a destination when riding Valley Metro Rail. Thank you for respecting the ride.
That's a silly announcement to me. Must have a destination? What the heck does that mean? Like, if they ask where you're going, you need to be able to answer that question? To say that you don't have a right to just travel and explore without a specific destination is ridiculous. So I want to point these out. That's kind of neat. You see down below me the outline of the feet. You can see some more of them here. So part of the artwork that was present in this station for many years was on these tiles. There were some metal castings of like soles of shoes to kind of give the effect of people having walked through here. And my guess is somebody decided they had to remove them because of accessibility reasons, because they weren't leaving the whole area flat for wheelchairs and other mobility devices, which I get that, but it's still not flat. There's still holes in the pavement from where they removed the artwork. In fact, speaking of artwork, look at this. There's still a plaque for the art which has been removed. Public art program, tapping time, station artists, Thomas H. Sayer. Waiting is part of travel. We anticipate the arrival of the train. finally, the bronze feet tap the time for the 5 seconds after the train doors open. So yeah, there were bronze feet here. Bronze feet here. You can see where they were, and there's still a plaque here giving credit to the artist. But the bronze feet.
For your safety, all activity at this station is being video recorded.
Yes, I'm recording it. Thank you. Yeah, the bronze feet have been removed, and all you can see is the outlines on the tiles where the brass feet used to be. Kind of sad to see public art removed in such a way. I always found the brass feet at this station, Central and Osborne, to be kind of neat. And now I can just walk around and see where it's all been removed, which makes me wonder what they did with it. Awfully curious what they did with it. Wonder if they returned it to the artist, or if maybe they're just trying to think of a different place to place them. But I'm sure the artist's vision was for them to be specifically where they were placed. As you can see, like there were some here going up to the machine. Wow, that's a brand new machine. That is not the machine that used to be there. In fact, as you see, the steps are walking this way because the old machine used to be right there. Yeah, the footsteps have been removed. The front footsteps have been removed here. Anyway, I'm super tired. I don't think I'm going back to Ren, because I think if I sit down at Ren, I'm just going to fall asleep again. Mom called. She is no longer in my apartment. She's heading back to help Chris pack. So I don't know when I'll see her again. After that, she's heading back to Oklahoma. It'll be quite a while. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go home, put on some music, and sleep. And I'll deal with Rob in my car either later today or tomorrow.